What do you get when you cross a know-it-all newspaper columnist with an awkward, unsophisticated everyman?
Yeah. Well, I'm just not sure about that right now.
Welcome to Couch and the Roo.
Welcome to Couch and the Roo, presented by Skymint Premium Cannabis, inspiring everybody to feel better, love better, look better every damn day of their lives. And our Tuesday night show, brought to you by our friends at Front 43 Neighborhood Pub and Cask & Company Kitchen and Bar on East Saginaw and Lansing, just near the Lansing-East Lansing border. And if you've ever looking for a place on a Wednesday, they have $7 martinis, $10 flatbreads, $10 appetizers, half-off bottle of wines at Cask & Company. Great date night, underrated date night, Wednesday nights at Cask & Company and Front 43. Jason, how you doing, brother?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Buenos tardes. It is time for the Detroit Tigers Gambling Update with Gramanito Couch and Jason D.
Hey, man.
Hey.
So what are we doing now?
I don't know, man.
Are the Tigers good, or is it just because there was terrible weather and the Dominican players for the Guardians, didn't want to play today? I mean, am I going to put it on that, or am I getting concerned here?
Well, so
we just blame you, right?
A couple ways to look at this. One is this is April 2020. Don't pull your money out of the stock market right now, right? Those who stay will be champions of the bet. All those things. Here's the argument that the Tigers that it's worth staying in on this bet. And granted, right now it's been a painful. I think 5 straight bets we've lost. They've won a number of games in a row.
A walk-off today.
Yeah. But what they're doing, this is sort of like the Miami Heat shooting 60% and beating the Milwaukee Bucks. They're winning. They're winning in a way that I don't think is sustainable. They're winning with walk-offs. They're winning when the other team isn't hitting their pretty mediocre pitching staff. They're winning close games. It's not like they're playing decent baseball. And I don't think if they had come out of the gates playing this way that we would have jumped on the bet so quickly. That's fair. But I also think the team that we saw is a team that's still in them. And we're going to have Chris Castellani on in a little bit. And a lot of you may know him from his Tigers videos, his work at Barstool.
This could be the 69 sesh to end all 69 sessions.
I am a huge fan of Chris Castellani. I watch every video after every Tigers game. And so there's no doubt about that.
Maybe you guys should do a show together.
But anyway, we're going to talk about how real this is and this rebuild and all that stuff in a little bit. But I don't think it's all that sustainable the way they're winning. Is it painful now? Yeah, I'm losing money too. I just think if you jump off now, it's going to be one of those really frustrating summers because they may drop 5 in a row and you're like, and then I wasn't on that. Now I'm trying to jump back in, and then they win a couple in a row, and you're just not going to wind up making money. I think at the end of this year, now I think you'll make money if you stay betting against the Tigers. Do we need to be a little more selective? Do we need to look at certain pitchers? I still think like Eduardo Rodriguez is somebody that I want to bet against every time he's on the mound. And I know he went 8 scoreless today.
Again, I think that might be the cold weather, though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they have one more against Cleveland tomorrow, Orioles, Brewers, and then back to the Orioles to round out April. Do we stay away and wait for that Tuesday, May 8th or May 2nd against the Mets?
I'm riding this. I'm going down with them. I'm going down. As they win, I'm going down. Now, here's the frustrating thing is I can't even enjoy this. Like, it's kind of fun. They haven't been abysmal. They're 7-9 all of a sudden, right? And I want to be able to enjoy the walk-offs, the Riley Green moments.
I still did. You can still do both, I think. If you're going to lose a bet, at least it's the Tigers winning in a fashion where it's actually watchable and not complete ass. By the way, the next 6 games after tomorrow's game against Cleveland, all on the road.
Yeah.
Against the Orioles and Brewers.
So I would also...
might be some money to be made there.
I would also argue this is that there's something to be said to what you said about the weather and the players in the Dominican and Venezuela. They hate this stuff. They hate this stuff, and they don't hit as well. You can also make some money on some unders right now, or at least hedge your bet, I think. Like in the first game today, I lost money on the second game, but and didn't take the under, because usually the safe thing is doubleheaders are always splits. One of the safest things to do is bet the team that lost the first game of a doubleheader. But doubleheaders are usually splits. I don't know what the percentage is on that. I don't know any research. That's just anecdotal. Nobody ever wins 2 games in a doubleheader until today. The Tigers are the first team in the history of baseball to do it. But like in the first game, after the first inning, the Tigers scored, and I jumped on the Indians run line at plus 126.
The Guardians, you mean?
Guardians.
How dare you?
And then jumped on the under 9.5. Just to sort of, I'm like, this game is not going to be as high.
Did you tweet that out?
No, because I was just hedging. I wasn't, and I probably should have tweeted it out. But at 3-3, I didn't even feel that great about it. I was like 3-3 in the fifth. I was like, I don't even. But that's just something you can do. You can overthink this. We're not on a great run. I don't know what to tell people. But it's. And the thing is,
you tell them what you just said. It's like, stay strong,
stay
the course,
and don't ever change your units you're betting. That's the key. Because if you jump in with like, this is the day, I'm making it all back. Here's $400.
Unless you're down on the weekend and Sunday night baseball's right there, then you might want to, you got to get that back.
I've been there, man. I've been there with the parlay, take the underdog and the over and hit a parlay on a Sunday night to save you. It's a beautiful thing. It's absolutely incredible. A couple of quick other things before we get to Chris Castellani here a little bit. We're going to have Harry with us. We're going to pick some games, baseball, basketball, hockey, all that stuff. Speaking of basketball, do you watch the Draymond Green ejection last night in the Kings-Warriors game?
I saw the highlights this morning, yeah. I didn't watch it live, but it seemed like it was a big ordeal. Draymond Green's reputation seemed to hurt him a little bit in that scenario.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He should have got a technical, so should have Sabonis. Maybe he even gets the extra flagrant, but his ankle was being held. And two things that I didn't like about this. One, how naive the officials and broadcasters were. This is a league that's trying to pattern itself after soccer with an in-season tournament, and its officials and broadcasters can't even see the bullshit by Sabonis. And this is the stuff that soccer players do every single day. And it doesn't mean a European soccer player isn't hurt. Like in the moment that you take cleats to the ankles or spikes to the ankles, that is painful. But they exaggerate it beyond the initial pain, hoping to get a yellow card for their opponent. Sabonis, European dude, understands this. I mean, that man looked like he would never walk again, and then 4 minutes later he was playing. And then afterwards,
but these refs haven't seen it for 82 games in the regular season, these guys flopping and shit?
But it's the agony in which he stayed on the ground that the refs, I think, influenced them kicking Draymond Green out. Because when you watch that, there is no reason. Like, if this was a court of law and you watch Sabonis grab Draymond's ankle and Draymond get out of it, he may have intentionally stomped on him. It didn't look like a stomp. And the way he quickly moves off of him, it also could have been that he just lost his balance a little with where his foot was going to go. And based on the hold that Sabonis had, I think the hold, you're asking for it a little bit. And his reputation gets him. Shouldn't have done it. Both guys deserve technicals. He should not have been kicked out. And the officials I guarantee it was the amount of pain, the trainers, all the extra time, coupled with seeing the video that made them think this was really egregious.
But didn't they go watch the video afterwards?
They did,
and
see. But he's still laying on the floor, and they're thinking, "Oh, it's bad."
Are you that dumb? Are you that naive?
They're that dumb. American sports don't see this. The Europeans, the Brazilians, they've had this down for years. You get hurt a little bit, you roll, you clutch, you cry. You have been shot. You are in pain. You are in agony. What has just happened to you is an affront on humanity, on your entire family. That is the way you react to getting hurt. And Arvydas Sabonis Jr. over here understands that. American refs do not. And that is why Draymond Green got kicked out last night. That and his reputation for doing that. I mean, if he had never done that before, if he had never kicked anybody where you shouldn't or stepped on anybody else.
But like you said, if you're a referee,
his teammate,
and you go to the screen and watch Sabonis grab his ankle, and you can tell Draymond didn't really hammer down on his chest the way he's exaggerating. It's a common sense, like, okay, here's a technical, Draymond. Any more shit from you, you're gone. Right?
Right.
So that way, Draymond Green, it's a playoff game. Keep the stars in the game.
It affected them. They're down. I mean, they may have lost that game anyway, but it did not help them win that game. and they're down 2-0, and that was a big moment. And credit to Sabonis. That's the gamesmanship that the soccer players are trying to do. The soccer refs are usually a good one is wise to it, and they'll just do the little hand thing, get up.
But Draymond had to know if when he steps on anyone's chest or anything, he's going to get called or get thrown out.
So
he's a smarter guy than that.
His reaction should have been better.
Yeah.
So if you're Draymond Green in that setting, and say you do get knocked off balance by the ankle hold, and you hit somebody's chest, you need to immediately turn around like you're looking to help somebody. If you immediately turned around with remorse, like, I didn't mean to do that, because I think he wasn't upset that he did it, whether he truly had lost his balance a little bit and that contributed, who knows. But if he had turned around with like genuine, my bad.
Like when I take our dog for a walk and I don't have a bag and she takes a shit and I just go, I just put my hands up to someone's watching their yard get defecated on. I go, got to act.
Why don't you take it back?
Because I forget sometimes.
Okay.
That
is the worst. Is it somebody who doesn't have a dog when you watch?
I go back and get it, though.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because there's nothing worse than like mowing the lawn and you're like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I don't handle that sort of things that look disgusting.
You can't pick up a turd?
Oh, I can't do it.
Really?
Oh, God, it's like blood. I'm getting nauseous.
So you can't get a dog then?
Oh, couldn't do it.
Okay.
Couldn't do it. I don't.
Cat in a box? I mean, if you see that, are you gonna vomit?
I get queasy. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not good.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, I can't do a lot of that stuff.
Like mouse, dog crap.
Nope. Can't do rodents. Can't do. I'm
not excited about it either.
I've changed a couple diapers, but I'm worried about that if that becomes a thing. Like I'm worried about my kids will be potty trained early. It'll be we're gonna figure this out before you can talk. And
I saw the diaper loads my nephew pumps out. No, thank you.
Yeah.
All set.
Yeah. Not.
So what if when you have young Tyrone? What are you just gonna have Elizabeth do it?
No, I'll do it. But Tyrone will learn early. He'll learn.
To what?
He'll learn.
Wipe his ass at 2 years old?
Something like that. Yeah,
that's fair.
Let's take a really quick break. Come back. We'll talk some Tigers with somebody who knows if this streak's going to continue. Chris Castellani from Barstool, Couch in the Rube, presented by Skyman Premium Cannabis and Front 43 and Cask and Company.
Where else can you cheer on your team? Enjoy a mouth-watering burger or savory sushi. Sip on handcrafted cocktails or one of 46 beers on tap. Take your game day or date night to Cask and Company Kitchen, Bar, or Front 43 Neighborhood Pub near Frandor. 2 amazing places with 1 awesome blended modern American Asian menu. Catch the game on one of 30 60-inch TVs or stop in for the all-you-can-eat